Hello, and welcome to Rallying the Forge. I'm your host, Sol. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Rallying the Forge. I'm Solimer, and we are going to be taking a second look at SolForge Fusion's Season 1 activities, the achievements, everything that's going on with it now that I've done some of the stuff. We're going to take a deeper look at some of the things and point out some things for you guys that you may not know, just for informational purposes. So I'm in the client here. We can see the Season 1. You can either click Season 1 here, or at the top where it says Seasonal Points, and it takes you in to it. I believe it's the same. I haven't noticed any difference. Yeah, so pulls you in either way, and then immediately we have the achievements here, and these are ones you have not completed yet, or you're on some sort of tier of it, right? They have different levels. I don't know how high they go. They don't have that information put out yet, I don't think, at least not officially, and I haven't done the research to know exactly how many levels of things there are. But the hardest thing is looking at it, and you see whatever you're going to see, but you can load more, and it just goes on forever. So what you can do, which is the easier way to do this, is to use your filter and filter by whatever category or type of thing you're trying to do. So for me, I've been trying to knock out the campaign stuff. That's, to me, my least favorite portion of the game, and I just want to knock it out and get it done with, except that there's a lot. So basically, from what I've seen, is they have the two campaigns, Reclusa and Scorchworm. They want you to beat it at level 0, 5, and 10 with each different Forgeborn, with each different faction, and then if you complete them all, you'll get some sort of insane amount of points from that. So this one only has I'm down to 3 total load more pages or whatever. I've completed some out. I've been doing it for a few days. That's why I have so many achievement points. It's primarily been through this, and I'm still working on it. I think I've done Tempest completely for Reclusa. I started Necrium and Utero with it. Something I did not know, which would have made life a lot easier, because I was unsure and I didn't want to waste my time. I probably should have just asked first. But if you complete the level 10 Reclusa or Scorchworm, whatever you're using, it will count for the 0, 5, and 10. So you'll get all 3 at once. So if you can do the hardest level, you can just go ahead and knock that out. I will say I've already used my best decks to do that stuff. It's still annoyingly difficult. And I haven't started with any Aloyan decks, and that's going to be very hard, I think, for me. I do have a couple decent Aloyan decks, but I don't have a Crux Cobalt deck at all. So now I've got to go find that Forgeborn and build a deck that can beat the level 10s of these. So it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be definitely a big challenge. So there's that. You can obviously see what you've completed for stuff and how many points you got for all of them if you want to scroll through. Go back to achievements real quick. They have a purchase one, so this is going to be where you're going to end up spending money of some nature. You can mint decks. You can spend embers. Decks locked at the end of the season, so you have to mint a deck to be able to lock it. So that kind of goes hand in hand with that. And then purchase decks with SFG. You can repeat that. So I don't know if that's from Magic Eden or if that's just like purchasing packs with SFG. Not sure. But that one's repeatable, 100 points every time you do that. So there's that one for spending. A lot of people were saying they're waiting for Set 4 to come out before they're going to do some of this stuff because that's going to, you know, that's what they're looking forward to next. So I'm kind of doing the same. I'm not going to probably mint. I won't have any decks locked, and I don't have any SFG to purchase anything. So I can do embers though, and I don't have that many embers, but I can always buy more if there's something good to buy. But yeah, so they got like XP categories. So I think someone's already had over 1 million XP earned, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I saw something about that. So it goes up, it keeps going up high. I don't know how high it goes. Max level decks. Unfortunately, all my top decks are already maxed out, so I'm gonna have to find new decks to max out. I have some that are close. I'll finish them off, I guess, at some point when I get to this. But I'm trying to finish off, as I said, the campaign section. So let's look at rewards real quick. I claimed the emote here. I'll show you that in my thing. I was going to claim all these on the video, and then I decided I don't want to because some people said they were getting phantom decks. I don't know how long they're staying in the account, if it's just a week, a month. So I'm now going to wait until they have another phantom event. Then I'll pop all these, and I'll have hopefully a handful of phantom decks I can use to build some decks with, potentially. They do have some permanent decks here, but I'm just going to wait to collect them all. I'm not in a rush. So I've got... Looks like I've got enough... Well, I don't have enough points. I'm way down here. So I've only got a couple... I got an Alolan and an Ecrium deck I could collect, but not a big deal right now for me. I'll just hold on to them until later on down the road. And then we have leaderboards. So you have... The day is about to end 13 minutes from now. So you can see where everyone stands. Your scores at the bottom are not accurate. They're not showing up here. They do show up on the website, I believe, which we're going to look at next. So you can see all the anonymous names. We're going to talk about that as well. Otherwise, you see people's nicknames they have on their accounts. You have to go into your account on the website and change your nickname or add a nickname. It's defaulted blank. If it's defaulted blank, in client, it will show your login name or username or whatever they're calling it. And on here, it just shows anonymous. So we can see tons and tons of anonymous for whatever reason. So you see today, we can see previous day. So you can see my name. I'm third. And at the bottom, I show 0. But I obviously had 85,000 yesterday. Today, I think I have 15,000 in Reclusa. I did that last night after the reset, but I haven't played any today. I've been busy with some other stuff. So there's that. And then you see the season overall is going to go by achievement points. We don't have a total Reclusa campaign or Scorchworm campaign, PvP earned or PvP wins totals, but we do have achievement points. So I am 8th. And I'm not even half of what the top guy is. Cade is killing it. I don't know what he's farming or doing, but he's killing it. So they haven't put out what the rewards are going to be for finishing in the top 10, I assume, of achievement points. I don't know if they're going to do a total top 10 for each category and give out some rewards. They would have to add that into the client and on the website to have a total page where we can see where you rank, so that way if you want to farm and push on something you could. But they don't have it in there, so this is what it looks like in client. We kind of talked about that in the other video. So we'll go over here, and here's what... Oh, I didn't switch my screen. There we go. So, here we have it's the same screen, except that the bottom part works here, and it tells you what rank you are. So I'm 12th with 15,000 with now 4 minutes left. 3 minutes left on the timer here. I have, you guys, you can see I haven't played since really last night. I did one campaign maybe, and then I haven't played. So you have that. You can see yesterday's numbers, and you can see it's working on the website. It does not work in client for some reason. Not sure why. And then, of course, you can hit the season button, and you see the same info you saw in the client, except that the bottom does work. You know, I didn't see... I want to look at something real quick. So that's something else you can do on the website that you cannot do in the client. In the client, you just see top 10. On the website, you can scroll through and see, well, in this case, 300. There's been 300 people who have earned points of some nature, maybe. 292. I guess... I don't know if that's logged in or if I don't know what that number. They have no value. I guess maybe they've earned towards an achievement but haven't completed one yet. I don't know. So, so that's that. You can do that for all of these as well. So today for Reclusa, there's been roughly 29 people have done Reclusa. So there's that. So that's the leaderboard stuff. Now, I was talking about all the anonymous on here. If you want to have your name displayed, you just... here's their news article. At the very last line, if you're not seeing your username displayed on the leaderboards and you think you should be there, you may need to go and update your SolForge Fusion nickname in your account settings here. And it takes you to the page that you need to go to. Otherwise, you'll be displayed as anonymous. When you see it in-game, I'm not anonymous, so I don't see it, but what it'll do in-game is it'll show your name, and it'll say anonymous in parentheses. So it also tips you off there that you haven't updated your nickname, and you can go do that. So, if you want to have your name shown, go ahead and add a nickname. If you don't want to, you can stay anonymous. That's totally up to you. So I don't know how that'll work for rewards if you're top 10 in something, depending on what they're doing, and you don't have your name shown. I'm sure they know who is who, but I just don't know how that'll work at all. They haven't really said. So I'm going to refresh this real quick. It just ticked over. I don't know if it's going to go to the new day or what we're going to see here. It technically hasn't ticked over yet per my clock. Yeah, so we're still in the same day. Yeah, we got another minute maybe. But when it ticks over, this information will go to the yesterday tab, and then this information should all be blank except for, well, it'll be blank because another thing that's happening that people are not aware of is it's taking roughly an hour to update. Now, it's unclear if it's doing it at the top of each hour. From what I've seen, it looks like it's an hour after you complete the task. It will then update on the site and in client. So it's based on when you play, from what I can tell. And I don't know the processes there. Why it's delayed an hour or whatnot. So you can see it now it went to yesterday. Interesting. So this shows it as yesterday already. Automatically moved it over for us. I will say, if you completed something in the time frame for one of the days, when it updates, it will put it on the correct day. So you don't have to worry about it counting to the next day or not counting at all. It will update and back. So anything right now, if we check back at 8 o'clock, because it's 7 o'clock my time now, so in an hour from the reset here, these should update one last time, and that should be it. because that would be the hour it takes for it to update anything at the last minute. So I tested that yesterday, or maybe the day before. I finished something at like 20 minutes till reset, and then it did not update until an hour later afterwards, and it did update properly for the previous day. So that's basically all I have regarding Season 1. Almost anything you do in-game is going to count towards something. They have achievements for PvP, PvE. I haven't looked at the PvE. So it's like games played, types of decks. Spoiler alert, it's in here. You may not see it, you may not know, but the name of set 4 is in here, and it is Shadows of Solace. I feel like it's been put out before. I feel like someone said it was put out before, but I didn't know, and I had seen this in here, and I wanted to make sure I say that. So it's going to be called Shadows of Solace. But, yeah, so these are all PvE things, so when you're doing campaign, all the stuff adds up here. Winning games with these, I don't know. So obviously they go up to 25. They may go higher. That's a lot of matches. Well, for me, I know for Loin, it's going to take me 1,000,000 matches to beat the level 10s. And I'm going to level up the decks as well. So that's, you're going to get credit for stuff without even knowing you're getting credit for stuff. So that's kind of neat. And then they got one just for games here. So they have damage dealt in a single game. I know it goes up to at least 700. It may go higher. Winning when your opponent has negative 25 health, or when you have 51 plus. And then overall XP earned, as I showed you on a different screen. I said someone's already over 1,000,000. So a lot of points to be earned. Like I said, just playing the game is going to get you points, and it's going to move you along this reward track, and you get rewards. I've heard of people getting the Phantom decks and potions, maybe gold as well. I don't think I've heard embers or just decks you get to keep. They don't say anywhere that I know of where it's like, here's what you can get. They should probably have that listed just so people are aware. Decks with the timer on it are Phantom decks, but I don't know how long you get to keep them. So I'm going to wait to collect on those, let my bar go. And as I said in the other video, start going far enough and you can get some. This one's a Phantom booster, but you do get some actual full boosters. There you go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you basically get a display of last winter boosters if you get all the way up to the 230,000. 230,000 is insane. So I'm sure there will be people who get that high. I don't know that I will, but we'll see. So there is that. Other than that, yeah, just play the game and you'll get stuff, get free stuff for just playing the game, basically. And also, when you're playing, you can still knock out your daily quests and get gold for that. So there's always that. Oh, I wanted to show you as well the emote. So there's no way to make it bigger. So you can have 4 active at any given time when you unlock the new ones. There's a couple new ones in there, at least 2. You can pick which ones you want. So I added this one, the Korok. So, but yeah, so that's all. This was a quick video, just trying to give you an update, show you a little more what it looks like, and just a couple minor pointers about some things there to help you along your journey. So hopefully you're in game having a good time. I know the PvP queue is kind of sweaty right now, so bring your best stuff, I guess, and hope for the best. It's not a fun world out there, I guess. But I think that's everything. So thank you for watching the video. Feel free to like, subscribe, or comment on the video. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I hope you're enjoying yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. This has been an episode of Rallying the Forge. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.